just me. But what has to happen to the other side? It adjusts. So if you think about behaving assertively, it will revolutionize your interactions with people. It will help you to see that by bettering myself, other people are required to respond differently. And they may not like it at first. They may be caught off guard. They may fight it at first. There may be some negative reactions at the beginning. But the bottom line is they have no choice but to respond. Because remember, we're working toward a balance. If I change myself, the other person automatically has to change. For better or worse, they have to change. So if you start behaving assertively, people in your life will have to respond. And so nothing but good can come out of that, because either you begin behaving assertively, which takes care of your needs in an appropriate way, and they change and respect your assertiveness, or they don't respect your assertiveness, but you have still had your needs met. So either way, that is the most effective way to respond to aggressive or inappropriate communication. Okay, so if there are any brave reflectors out there, if for your reflection you feel comfortable sharing a situation in which you could have been more assertive. So if you think back over the course of your life and you say, oh my gosh, now that I have these 5 steps, I really wish that I would have been more assertive in this situation. If you have the courage to share that, that would be wonderful. These are just some kind of overview, how to assert yourself comments. Describe what is being done that bothers you. And the key there is to describe rather than evaluate. So you're not giving your opinion or your judgment on it, it's descriptive. So you're disclosing how you feel. I feel X when you do Y. Notice it's an I statement. Tell the person how their behavior affects you. Be clear and descriptive. Okay? And then wait for the response. This is kind of like the summarized version of the last slide. And then paraphrase. So if you're using reflective listening, remember, you're going to question, paraphrase content, paraphrase feelings. And remember, paraphrasing content is what is said. Paraphrasing feelings is what is expressed in emotion. So if you have any questions about the process, please feel free to either email me directly or post it in the questions forum. But that is a very concise explanation of how you can assert yourself. Okay, so now that you have some assertiveness skills that we just talked about, this will help you respond to the phrases in the list. So I'll actually show you. Remember early on I said you need to go and paraphrase 3 of the 15? Well, no, not paraphrase, sorry. Rephrase 3 of the 15. You can now use your assertiveness skills to respond to those phrases. So you're going to look at them, they're defensive climate phrases. You're going to rephrase them to supportive climate phrases, and then respond using assertiveness skills. Okay, so I'll show you in just a second where to find those. And then last thoughts, we will cover more of this type of thing when we discuss conflict and conflict resolution, which will come in later weeks. And then finally, there's one last thing I'd like you to look at. Under assignments, which is where you'll find that other activity as well, there's a second link with street lingo and the meanings, and it's a table. And in your reflection, I'd like you to indicate 1 you knew the meaning of immediately, and 1 you did not know without reading the translation. So for this week, aside from your reflection about the lecture or the book, you will pull up the Chapter 5 activity. I'll show you where it is in just 1 minute. You look at the 15 phrases, rephrase 3 of those 15, respond to those phrases in an assertive way, and then I just want you to look at this table, this second table. I think the link is called Street Lingo. Indicate one you knew the meaning of immediately, one you did not know without reading the translation. So that'll be like really quick and easy. You just type, whatever the phrase was, the one you knew and the one you didn't. So I'm actually going to exit out of here. This is the end of the lecture. Let me show you very quickly where we are in Blackboard. So here's your bar over here. You click on assignments, which I'm already in, and you will see Chapter 5 activity, defensive statements that need to be reworded. So you'll click on that and it will pull up. Mine's actually going to pull up in Pages because I'm on a Mac, but it'll display for you the same way regardless of what you have. So you'll look at these 15 statements, put this in your reflection, how you rephrase those. So number 2 is do it my way or hit the highway. So if you choose number 2, you're going to type that in and you're going to say, I would rephrase this as whatever. Then the second element of that is using your new assertiveness skills, how you would respond to somebody that said that to you. Okay, so 2 parts to that one. And then I would just like you to look at this one, which is the table that pulls up, and I'd like you to identify, this is the lingo, this is the definition or the explanation. So which one of these did you know without reading the definition, and which one did you have to read the definition to understand what it meant? Okay. So that is what I'd like you to do for your reflection post this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or post them. And I look forward to reading your reflections. Have a great week.